Hey guys, how are you today? How are you today? So today is Tuesday, as we know. It's November something. Okay, but anyways, we are here on Tuesday. As you know, I do Tuesdays and Thursdays. So today we are talking about still not aware. Okay, this is a big topic for me because many of us are still not aware of what herpes is, what our triggers are, how herpes affect our bodies, how herpes affect our mental state, how herpes is affecting our spiritual, our emotions, all of these things. And I have met so many people over the 3 years that I have been an activist, that so many people be living with this virus for, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years, a year, and never done their research. Guys, that's not good. It's not good for you to contract a virus that quote unquote they say that we cannot get rid of, and you don't know anything about it. If you contracted HIV, if you contracted flu, if you contracted diabetes or anything that you didn't know anything about, what the first thing you do, you Google. And a lot of us are so scared because we've seen posts on Google that scared you to pieces, or you're like, oh my God, the information, I don't see what I'm looking for. And you stop researching, you stop doing your due diligence to find the answers to your questions. And you're wondering why you're still stuck in the same spot, wondering why, oh my God, I don't feel like, I can live with this. I'm just ready to end it all. I'm just sick of living like this. I don't want to live like all these things that we say in so many ways, but all the same thing. It's because you lack education. This is the time that you take the time to educate yourself. And if you ever talk to me, the first thing I want to ask you, have you educated yourself? You're going to say, how do I accept herpes? How do I get to a point where I start dating? The first thing I want to tell you, educate yourself. And a lot of you guys get super angry at me because you're like, well, yes, I did. No, you didn't. Because the question that you asked me, I can tell that you have not educated yourself. And it's vital that you do. We are in a time frame that education is key. We are not in a place where we can't find information. Yeah, sometimes the information is not so reliable. Yes, I understand that. I have done a lot of research myself, and a lot of stuff sometimes not reliable, but we have social media now. Now we have YouTube now. Now we have so many different avenues that you can find activists. If you don't know anything about Hands is amazing. It's a group now that has over 20 activists in it, herpes activists in it across the globe. So if you haven't heard about Hands, do hashtag Hands, and you'll find out all the information you need to hear about that, about Hands. But I'm a part of that, and it's 20 of us, guys, and it's a good thing to know that it's people of different shades, different colors, different genders, things of that nature, different sexual preferences and things of that nature, who can relate to you. And we're not in a time anymore that is no herpes activists. We're here. I know it's sometimes hard to find us, but we do exist. So I want you guys to understand, take the time to find the information. It bothers my heart to have you guys reach out to me and you say, oh man, I've been living with herpes for 5 years or 10 years or 20 years and I still know nothing about it. I'm still having outbreaks and I have no clue. That is devastating to me, to hear that you don't know why you continue to have outbreaks month after month after month, or why, or you don't know what type of treatment plan to do. My whole thing, these are things you need to learn within your first year of contracting herpes. In your first year of contracting herpes, number one, you need to educate yourself. You need to know where you're having your outbreaks. Now, for my individuals who don't know where you're having outbreaks, it's frustrating. But at the end of the day, I will tell you, study your type, okay? Which I know y'all hear all the time, like types are the same, things of that nature. Yeah, they are pretty much the same. But we're going to go based off your knowledge, based off what you have in your testing, and go and study your type. As we know, type 1 is typical oral, but it can be genital. But also type 2 is typically genital, but it can be oral. But my whole thing, the best thing to do is study your type, which I'm not going to press, but most importantly, study herpes. Learn about both of the types. Know everything you can learn about both types. On top of, in your first year, you need to learn what caused your outbreaks. My guys, if you don't learn what caused your outbreaks, you're going to have outbreaks a lot, especially if you're a person who had your initial outbreak and it was horrible, or you had one that wasn't that bad. But if you want to prevent from having outbreaks, you need to figure out what's causing them in the first place. So you need to take the time, learn your body, pay attention to your body, journal about your body. It's kind of weird, but you need to really, when you have your next outbreak, you need to pay attention. What was going on in my life? Was I stressed? What was going on? And I hear this all the time. I ain't stressed. I love you. I know you're stressed because you're in my inbox talking about I don't know what to do in my life. Oh, that caused stress. Okay, when you don't know what to do, don't know if your life is going the way you want it to go. That caused a lot of stress. You may not be stressed where, you know, your hair falling out. You're not, maybe not be stressed where you're not going, you know, you're able to go to sleep. But your body is under stress when it's not functioning correctly, or it's in a state of idle. It doesn't know what to do. It doesn't know what you're feeling, and then you're so sporadic. You're not consistent. Your body, you're so up and down. Your emotions changing fast. Things like that. It can cause your body to be under a lot of stress because you're not being consistent on what are you gonna do. What are you going to think? Your body don't know what to do. Your mind don't know what to think. It doesn't know what decision you're going to make next. Or you're simply doing nothing. Your body's like, hello, are you going to do anything pertaining to something that is invading us? What are you going to do? And if you don't tell it to do anything, it just sit there and it's like, well, she doesn't want to do anything, so we're not going to do anything. And if she continues to do this, I guess this is what she want to do. And when she try to do something else, we're going to tell her, no, that's not what we're doing. We're doing nothing. So it's very important that you understand that it's so many different types of stress. So take the time to educate yourself about different types of stress and what stress can do to your body. Guys, I'll tell you, herpes will not kill you, but stress will. It can cause heart attack. It can cause strokes. It can cause high blood pressure. It can cause you to get to a point where you gain unnecessary weight and you get pre-diabetic or you become a diabetic. So my whole thing, guys, like stress is way more, it's 10 times worse than even having herpes. So my whole thing, having herpes and then having stress on top of that can cause you so many more issues and also develop into a point where you have mental illnesses as well. So I will tell you guys, make sure you learn what is causing your outbreaks, okay? If you're not quite sure what's causing your outbreak, voila, reach out to me. I would love to help you figure out what's going on with your body. I've helped so many people figure that out. And they be like, oh, girl, I didn't think about that. That may be the issue. So sometimes you just need to talk to somebody about it. You can send me an email. Y'all know where to find me. overcomethestigma@gmail.com, or set up a quick 20-minute session with me at bit/I have it, all caps. And we'll talk about that as well. So on top of that, like number one, educate yourself. Learn everything you can learn about herpes. Number two, you need to learn what causes your outbreaks, what triggers your outbreaks. And then number three is getting to a point of accepting yourself. Okay, number three is what y'all typically want to do at number one, and you wonder why you can't do number three, because number one and number two is vital. You cannot accept yourself when you're having outbreaks every dang day. It's hard to say, I accept myself, I'm going to have a normal life. No way your life is going to be normal. I love you dearly. It's very difficult to say your life is going to be normal and you're having an outbreak month after month after month. No, that is not normal life. I'm sorry. It's very harsh, and it doesn't have to be like that. I don't want y'all to think like, oh, it's just required that you have an outbreak. It's not required that you have an outbreak. Like my whole thing now for my young ladies where their menstrual cycle is a trigger, now that's different. You're not really getting really a menstrual cycle only if you're on birth control or something's going on with your body, or you're older, per se, or you know things happen and you had to get organs removed and things like that. So when it becomes to ladies who are their menstrual cycle is their trigger, now that's a little different. Yeah, you'll tend to have it, but you can reduce it. You know when it's coming, you can prepare for it and cut the time down, guys. I want y'all to understand it's ways that you can cut the time down for your outbreaks. It's ways that you can get to a point where you're not having outbreaks at all. But this is where the education comes in. This is the time that you take out and learn these things and ask questions and ask people what to do. Get into herpes communities, ask so many questions because the people are willing to give you the information. I'm willing to give you the information. I give y'all the information here all the time. If you want anything that's more detailed, you know what to do. Reach out to me, and y'all know I will help you the best way I can, or lead you to the information. So going back to it, number one, educate yourself about herpes, type 1 and type 2. Educate yourself with outbreaks, without outbreaks. Educate yourself. Number two, learn what causes your outbreaks. What's your triggers? What's causing them? Number three goes into the acceptance piece. Okay. And the acceptance piece is different for everybody. Some people, it's a little bit harder than others because of, their self-esteem, where they are, living situations, things that even cause them to get to this place. So acceptance piece is a little bit difficult for some people in different levels because of where they are or how they even got to this place. So that's a whole nother subject. But I just want y'all to understand, still not being educated is not cool. It's just not cool for you not to be educated about something that you're living with, and they're telling us that we got to live with for the rest of our lives. It doesn't make any sense for you not to understand it. It doesn't make any sense for you not to be able to explain it to anybody you don't know, or even explain it to a guy that is interested in you or a girl interested in you. You should be able to explain it, dumb it down so they can get it. And if you can't do that, it ain't nothing you need to be doing. You need to be taking the time to learn it. And if you don't learn it, how are you going to protect somebody else? It's no way that you're going to be able to protect somebody else and you don't know it. And y'all, and then I'm going to be completely honest. A lot of people are passing this virus. Number one, the main reason, because they don't know they have it. And number two, because they don't know anything about it. They're living with it and they're not educated. The worst thing you can be is living with something and not educated about it. Take the time to educate yourself. I'm not fussing at y'all, but I'm trying to tell y'all, please stop having sex and you do not know your body. Stop having sex and you can't even explain what herpes is. Stop it, because you're putting your partner at a higher risk. It's like you not knowing it. It's just like you not knowing your status. I tell y'all, 80% of people are walking around with herpes and they have no clue, and they're passing the virus. You're still pretty much at the same rate they are in, because you don't even know anything about the virus. Don't be that person not knowing anything about your body and what is invading your body at this time. Learn it and learn how to manage it. Herpes is very manageable, guys. And that's the main reason why they're not doing, the cures and things like that. CDC is not focused on that because it's manageable. And I'm not sitting here to say, oh yeah, I'm just broadcasting living with herpes for the rest of my life. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, until we find a cure that everybody know about and everybody can do and it works effectively with everybody's body, okay, learn how to manage. You don't have to get to a point where this is not manageable. It's very, very manageable when you do the work to learn your body. Stop being so in a rush to get into a relationship and you can't manage. It will suck to get into a relationship and you can't have sex. Oh, you be mad. You're going to be mad now because, I can't have sex with my husband at all because I keep having outbreaks. But if you did your due diligence before he came, or even if you're married at this given moment, and you take the time to go ahead before you even get active with your partner again, babe, give me some time. I'm trying to learn it. Give me time to learn it. And go ahead and learn it. Now you feel more safe and you're more secure and you're more confident in yourself to say, you know what, babe? Yes, you still have a risk, but I'm confident to know that I know how to manage this. I know my body well enough and we can reduce it even more because I know what's going on with me. You're not going to have no confidence in yourself, and they're surely not going to have no confidence in yourself if you don't even know how to explain what herpes is. Or when do you have outbreaks? I don't know. What is herpes? I ain't never heard about it. What is it? Well, I'm sorry. I will tell you no too. I'm not being mean, but I'm being honest. I will tell you, nah, I'm good. A person wants to see if you're confident and know what you know. And my whole thing is, if anybody's going to be with you, especially if they don't have the virus, they want to know for sure that you're educated enough and they can have confidence in you that you're going to do everything that you can to protect them. But if you don't do everything you can to protect yourself now by yourself, how the heck do you think you're going to protect somebody else? It's very much hard to protect somebody else without being educated, guys. Please stop leaving out the education piece. Without the education piece, living with herpes is hard. I'm going to be honest. It's hard. You need to educate yourself. Do it, okay? Do it. So I love you guys. Just wanted to come on and let you guys know, still not educated is not cool. It's time for you guys to educate yourself. Get the information you need. Get the help you need. Like I said, you can reach out to me. Y'all know where I'm at. overcomingstigma@gmail.com, or simply hit me up on bit/IHaveIt. Y'all can reach me out to there and you know what to do. Or hit up with anybody in hands. It's 20 of us. Come on. You can reach out to somebody who can help you, especially if you're in another country or you're looking for a certain person that you make connection with. #hands. You'll be able to find us there. Saturday, I am having my biweekly support group. Yay, come on, men, women. Come on. We're going to get on a video chat. And you can jump on with me and all of us, and we're going to talk. This is your opportunity to ask questions. It's your opportunity to tell your story. It's your opportunity to just come on and get to meet everybody else who's living with this virus as well, so you don't feel like you're alone. So make sure you get the information below. And I will send out the link and all that stuff come on Friday and on Saturday. So voila. Guys, you're not by yourself in this. I want y'all to understand education is key. Education is important. We perish for the lack of knowledge. The word works. Use it. Get the knowledge. It's free. Get it. Okay? Guys, please. Things are different now. When I had it, I didn't have any of this. It was no information about herpes. Now, guys, y'all got YouTube. Y'all got Google. I had AOL and Yahoo. It was boo-boo. Okay? So, please use your information. Use your resources, guys. Please use your resources. I know sometimes it's hard because you're looking for certain questions to be answered. But that's where you go and look at my videos, looking at the activists, and simply reaching out to us. Do it. Please stop being scary. Because now you're lacking a little bit of knowledge that's keeping you from, dating that guy who been asking you, hey, I want to take you out forever. Or it's keeping you from finally opening up to your husband and getting back to the intimacy you guys were in. Or simply you get to a point of acceptance because you're like, oh my God, I learned what I need to learn. Whew, I can breathe now. I can do this now. Let me take the time and get the confidence I need. Or give you the confidence that you need because you just needed 1 or 2 questions answered, guys. Utilize your resources, okay? No more, I don't know, or I don't know how to do this. It ain't no more of that anymore. You have no reason not to know anymore. No reason not to know. No reason not to know. No reason. Okay? So with that being said, guys, I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye.